Welcome back to beautiful downtown Evanston, Illinois. Approximately on time for a change, on the first day of March, which is the beginning of meteorological spring. And our weather today is actually showing a little bit of improvement. We've gotten into the 60s in parts of the area. But in this room today, we have the usual suspects. That's me on the screen, Al Shanafield. And there's John Bakey, Kyle Phillips, David Benke, Jim Mazurk, John Mobley, and behind the camera for a moment until he turns it around
It's a beard.
is a beard. That would be our president.
And you forgot a very important meeting member.
So we have a good meeting scheduled
Yeah,
today. Oh,
yes.
it's the,
No, Mascot Lucas.
and you can turn the light on and I'll flash.
Why does he have a green hat on?
St. Patrick's Day.
St.
It's
Patrick's
coming.
Day,
Yes, it's
everybody.
St.
17 or
Patrick's Day
19?
coming up in only 17 days. And it's also my daughter's birthday, St. Patrick's Day. It's it's one of the few anniversaries or birthdays that I can actually remember. So, Vic, sounds like we have a pretty good show today. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it? If that's,
Well, it appears we're going to have our usual icebreaker
Oh, yeah.
today.
aha,
And then after that, our programmer spotlight, I'm going to try to focus on Christopher Schneider, who goes by the handle of Shift 838 online. He's got a whole bunch of games. And then later on, we might go to my second presentation. We'll have a demonstration of Norman Rock's sliding block puzzles. Hal Shanafield, remember, we demonstrated this like, what, 20 years ago?
well, he's Norman, I just talked to him about 2 weeks ago. Norm is retired now and has moved into assisted living. And unfortunately, most of his equipment has been lost. But he is still working on new versions of his sliding block puzzles. And he wanted to come to the fair last year and demo it. Unfortunately, it conflicted with one of his doctor's appointments. However, this year he tells me that he's coming, and so he'll be one of the presenters at the fair, which is coming up in the end of October. But there'll be more about that a little later.
Great. Okay, well, getting back to, yeah, I wish I remembered my tripod. Getting back to the TI world here.
Okay, we got the icebreaker now.
Oh, yes. Go ahead.
Okay. This month's icebreaker is gonna be TI reverse hangman. In TI reverse hangman, a word or phrase is placed on the table in front of the participants, everybody but me. A rudimentary man made up of cards will be placed next to the word or phrase. That's a hangman guy. See? Kind of, sort of, the head, you got the two arms and the legs there.
You might have to go over.
It's kind of, yeah, it's like
See this?
facing that way, right?
Oh, I see.
The-
Underneath each
Generally-
card
Yeah, I
is
see.
gonna be a number between
Humanoid.
-1 and 5. Whoever guesses the phrase will be able to, whoever guesses, let's see. Each participant, oldest first, will guess a letter, and if they guess a correct letter, they'll be able to pick a card from the table, and the number on the card will be added to their score. In addition, they have the opportunity to solve the puzzle. If they get the letter wrong or don't solve the puzzle, their turn ends and it goes to the next person. Once the word or phrase is solved, scores will be tabulated and play will go to the next round. At the end of all rounds, we'll compile all the scores and I have lots of good prizes. So this is the starting phrase. It's 2 words. This is the first word here, 5 letters. This is the second word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 good letters. If you know what it is because you cheated, don't say nothing.
Oh,
You look, okay. So who's oldest here? Anybody here older than 100? 90? 85? 80? 80. All right.
I
You don't look a
mean,
day over 65.
somebody just told me it just didn't look a day over 95.
So guess a letter, Hal.
I'm guessing a letter.
Guess a letter.
Well, I'll guess an E.
You're gonna guess an E, okay. You got an E here, let's see. Give me a second here, I wasn't ready. Let's see. Okay, let's see here. E.
Oh.
And,
So,
yeah, yeah. Here, this one should be an E. Okay, you guessed the letter, so pick one of the, or point to it if it's too far from you.
I'll go for the head, is that what I'm supposed to
The
do?
head's up here, you can pick any one.
Oh,
Just
that's
point
the
to it.
head?
Yeah, that's the
That's
head,
the head.
the arms sticking out like this.
Oh,
and
okay,
Think of a
well-
hangman, like a stick man.
All right, I'll take this one. What do I do, open it up?
Just take it and it's yours.
Oh, I
You
get,
got, oh, 5, that's the maximum you can get. Woo, 5 points. Do you wanna solve it?
no.
Okay. Vic, guess a letter. Oh,
A.
A, okay, let's see. That's it, pick a letter, pick the card.
Give me the neck.
Neck? 1.
Save the neck for me, Clark.
You wanna solve it?
No.
John, pick a letter.
P.
P. There is no P.
Okay.
Okay. Jim,
Okay, not paying attention, so I will probably guess a letter that's already been guessed. Let's try F, as in
F.
Frank.
There is no Fs. Dave.
I'm gonna pass because I already know what.
Oh, okay.
He cheated.
I'm fairly confident I figured it out, so I'm not gonna solve, but I'll do U.
Well, you could solve it. We have another round.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, I mean, it's not the only one.
Yeah, solve it.
3,
Sing, well, I'm not gonna
4,
sing.
6. Would you say you?
Yep. All right, I got this, obviously.
Well, pick your card first.
Oh, yeah. Let's see if this works. Texas increments.
No, it's Texas Instruments. You had it wrong. It's not increments. Okay, that's good. So, tell me your points, because we gotta rebuild the guy. Well, actually, we could probably just leave it and just keep pulling, so let's just do that. Yeah, there's no reason to pull these all out. Let's just,
This one was way too obvious.
okay, I'll put a hard one next time, okay?
Yeah.
Give me 2 minutes to set up, and,
In the early
hey, I'll tell a
days.
2-minute story, Al.
Oh, you want me to vamp for 2 minutes?
Vamp for 2 minutes.
All
What
right,
about
well,
linotype?
is it gonna be a TI story, or shall we?
Anything you want.
Well, there was a little girl that, no, I better not do that one. In 1982, when my son John was, no, I should say, yeah, no, it's gotta be 1984, because he was born in 92. He was just walking, and he was one of those kids who, if you take him into the store, will want everything he sees and will reach out and grab stuff out of the shopping cart and make it a little difficult for his mother to do any shopping at all. If he doesn't get what he wants, he'll be crying and all. So she asked me to take him for a walk. So I said, okay, I'll take him for a walk. And we walked along, looking in some store windows, and I was holding his hand, and he was just kind of toddling. And we came across a software store, a computer store. If you remember those way back in the years. And so I walked in,
Special
and
bulletin, if you're interested.
they had already, what's this? We got
Special
a-
bulletin, last 2 lines, I think.
What are we looking at?
This is the YouTube chat.
Oh, okay, let's see, in the past, the session was created hours before.
No, keep going lower.
All right, please refer, let's see, we're planning to have some special TI-related presentations and guests this year at Vintage Computer Fest Southwest here in Dallas. Would love to have any of you attend and check it out. Oh, well, Dallas is a cool place. They've had a Best West down there, and that might be fun for anybody here in the group or anybody online
Yeah.
would like to go to Dallas maybe we'll get some more information.
And Jake Ruti
Should we
says
turn in our
I guess they're
numbers?
planning to have
just
significant
gonna keep
numbers of the
going till we-
engineering
just
team
keep
that
going?
created the machines,
Okay.
so that's
At any
interesting.
rate,
Nice.
so we walked into the store, and TI had just about this time pulled the plug. So I'd taken my TI, the whole console, was all we had at the time. Didn't even have a tape recorder, didn't have a P-box or anything like that. And we walked into the store, and I walked up to the counter, we were just looking at different things, and it didn't have a IBM machine at the time or anything like that. So, I walked up to the lady behind the counter and said, in a sort of a half jesting fashion, "You got anything for the TI?" And she said, "Boy, have you come to the right place." Turned out to be Carol Goldstein, who was the editor of the ChicagoTIUG Group newsletter. She handed me a copy of the Super Summer issue, which was huge, it was thick. And she was also the president, she was the wife of the president, Butch Goldstein, was the president of the TI user group. In those days, it was about 700 members. And at any rate, she said, "You gotta come to the meeting, you gotta come to the fair." And I said, "Fair? What's the fair?" She said, "You'll come, you'll see it." Well, the rest sort of is history. I walked into the fair a month or two later and met 500 people in the room who all had the same computer that I had, plus all the vendors that were there, all the people selling all the stuff that I didn't think even existed anymore.
You walked into the
So,
fair and you walked out
we're ready when you're
without
done.
the
Yeah,
contents
at
of
any
your
rate,
wallet.
that's my vamp story, and I think we're ready to go again, John.
Round two, who guessed it? You guessed it? Okay, you get to go first then.
All right, R.
No. L,
I'll go with an E again.
2 words. Okay, E. Let's see. Oh, I think I misspelled it. Let's see, hold on a second.
The suspense is really, here, let's show.
Oh,
Let's show
you
them.
said E?
Yeah, I said E, that's
There we
correct.
go. Pick a card.
Oh, gosh. Well, let's see, I'll go the middle of the head, I got a 3.
Oh, he's 8. He's way ahead of everybody.
Way ahead.
You wanna guess it?
No.
Vic?
T.
T. No T's.
Oh,
John?
I.
I. There is an I. Let's see.
Oh, I get to pick a,
You pick a card, though. You get points now.
all right.
What does he got here? 4, that's not bad. Jim?
B is in ball.
There is no B. Dave?
I'll go with S as in Sam.
Yes, there is an S. Pick a card, Dave.
I'm just gonna ask if I wanna guess.
Well, after you pick a card, yeah. 3, you wanna guess?
No.
Kyle?
A.
There is a couple A's. Want to guess?
No.
Hal?
has somebody guessed T already?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I tried.
Oh, you tried?
You
Okay.
trying T?
And
Okay.
I'll try an R.
There is no R's.
No R.
Vic?
Arby's.
D.
There is 1 D. Would you like to guess?
Take a
I got
card.
it.
Victor. Card.
Oh.
Pick a card, you get points.
I think the upside down is throwing me off.
We're gonna stand over there and look.
Yeah, that's why I flipped a little bit.
You wanna guess?
I can't figure it out.
John.
Yeah.
Pick a
Oh,
letter.
H.
There is two H's.
Ooh, oh, you might get it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Would you like to guess?
There's a big hint in the room.
Yeah.
Hat. Shadow.
No, no head shadow. Jim, pick a
I
letter.
would like to pick the
Oh,
letter
did I pick another card? Do
Yeah,
I
if
get
you,
the?
yeah, guess one, pick another card. I'm sorry, Jim, what
The
did you
letter
say?
N, please?
And is it Nancy?
Yes.
Yeah, there is an N.
And pick a card.
Would you like to
there.
guess?
Just a measly one.
One.
Yes, I would like to guess.
What would the
I
guess be?
believe the answer is the guy sitting in the chair over there by the name of Hal Shannon.
Yes, it is Hal Shanfield.
Yeah.
Hat Shadow's a good hack.
I like that shit.
There you go. Let's see, what are we time limit here for icebreaker? Is it time for another one?
I think that's
150?
really weird.
Really
Really weird.
What, do we want one more, or would I cut it off now? It's up to you, I can do a short one. I'll do one more short one, okay? So, yeah, let me do
Promises,
it.
promises.
Promises, promises. Let's see.
Anybody want any more Danishes? Gotta eat them all
How could you get a minus one card? That's what I'd like to know.
Let's, yeah.
I mean, that takes points away from you?
Yes, it does.
I won around and everything, but yeah. I would have been better guessing wrong.
If you get a 0, can you, and a 1, can you arrange them so that they are 2?
Yeah.
Oh, a 0. I hadn't considered a 0.
You get a negative 1.
Yeah.
You could use a Terrence Howard map.
Yeah.
The old days of printing presses, they had a keyboard-operated typesetting machine called the Linotype. And they set up the keyboard not like our QWERTY or Dvorak keyboards, but on the frequency of the letters that they're used. So E is the most commonly used letter in English, so that was under the operator's left-hand pinky finger. And next to it, the ring finger was A, which was the next most commonly used letter, then T-O-N-I, then under his right hand, S-H-R-D-L-U. And this is a real weird thing, but like his left pinky would be used more than any other finger, and so on.
It was like an organ too. You had more banks
Yeah.
of letters and stuff, and you had to pull this great big lever to lower these letters down, and it was hot, really hot, because it was a liquid, a lead
Yeah.
in the machine. I typed a whole story on one once time in Berlin, and it was,
Are you talking
Jesus,
about
I was
Linotype
sweaty by the
Yeah.
time I get done.
Yeah.
Okay, we're ready, last round when you're done.
Okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
who guessed it last time?
I did.
Okay, you get to go first, Jim.
Let's go with a C as in cat.
No. David,
A is an apple,
yes.
and I do not want to solve it.
What is it?
Ooh, 4.
A 4, there you go. Kyle,
Is this 2 words?
2 words.
Uh,
4 and 3.
Ass hat? Oh, no.
R?
Yes. What have you got here?
2?
2. Okay, Jim?
I'm
Not Jim,
Hal.
Hal. Jim.
Other Jim.
N?
N? No N's.
Okay.
Vic?
G.
No G's.
Oh, okay.
John?
W.
No W's. Now the real Jim.
Okay, let's try an S.
No S's. David?
F is in Frank.
No F.
Oh,
Kyle?
That cuts fart. I was gonna think of
Fart bag.
Yeah.
Fart bag. Yeah, that's a TI
I
3.
couldn't think of a second word, but that's perfect.
Have we done O yet?
No, we did not. Would you like O?
Oh, yeah.
Would you like to guess it? What'd you get number wise?
2?
2, okay.
0's after.
Yes.
Oh,
Pick another card, because you
Poor
guessed it.
Hal.
Hey, the people that guessed it, did you take an extra card?
No.
Okay, if you guessed it in the past, take an extra card now. I know you guessed one, who guessed the other one? Okay, there was one more, who was the first one? We had 3
Right,
rounds.
the first one.
So you did it twice?
Yeah.
Okay, good, you'll need it. Okay, well, we're gonna compile the scores now, but did you guys like that?
yeah, that's fun.
I mean, I gotta figure out an easier way to set it up, there's a little bit of a delay setting it up.
And that first one was a dead giveaway.
Yeah, I gotta try something harder up, but hell was a little harder.
I could see it as soon as the S showed.
Hal, how many points you got?
8.
8 points for Hal.
8.
Vic, how many points you got?
I have 2 points.
2 points. John?
5.
5 points. Jim?
3.
3 points. David?
7.
7. Kyle?
7.
7.
Oh my
We have a
God.
tie. The winner is Hal. Now we get to pass the prizes out.
You can only guess 2 letters, right?
It's just the fun part.
Oh, computer, yeah, thank you.
Here you go.
That's a negative. One is a negative, so I take minus one.
Oh.
Oh, so.
And second place.
That is amazing.
Let me pull this out.
Is it a TI 99 4A pill case?
John, looks like John has been active with his 3D printer again.
Okay, David and Kyle, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 5. Kyle?
3. 4.
I was 2. You got closer.
That is cool.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Got that.
How many we got left?
And Lucas has this mini TI keyboard.
We got this.
Hard at work,
We got
or
Kyle.
maybe a little play.
Let's go further away. Let's see. Give this to John.
All right, thank you.
Okay, now we got the next 3 people, which would be David.
Oh, my turn?
No, you're
He's awarding
awarded
valuable prizes.
What is it?
Here we go, you tried,
Oh,
and, who else here?
Show the camera.
a weird looking star.
Where's the better luck next time for me?
John gets a you tried. Let's see here.
It's
Who
like a
else?
starfish.
Okay, by the way, the keychain was from last month. So John gets a you tried.
All right, he's got.
You already got one.
he's got
Yeah,
one.
but that was from last month. The keychain was
No,
from
he
last.
has the you tried.
Oh, you got a you tried. Okay, John, Jim, Dave, you got one, right? Jim and John.
I haven't got one.
You get one.
Okay. I thought it would be a better luck next time.
No, they're all 3 the same. And for the loser,
Wah, wah.
the absolute loser.
I think that's me, right?
No, the absolute loser was Vic.
Really? Oh, it's too bad.
This is a little container. Vic gets the major fail award
Oh.
with a hammer hitting his thumb. And it does open up where you can hide your stuff in it, supposedly, unless they break it.
You can hide your weed
And
in
there you
there.
You can
go.
hide all of your.
Ultimate
I
loser
thought we don't
award.
need to hide our weeds.
Disc.
There you go. Yeah, my printer was active this month.
That is funny. What's the stand in front of it?
Major fail.
Major fail, right.
Okay,
Here,
everybody.
Lucas, you hang on to that for me so I can.
Okay. So you want your card?
Yeah.
back?
Yeah, I want the cards back. We can play again sometime, maybe at the fair. I can figure out
Another
the
card over here, let's see.
the harder words.
To
We didn't
like
completely
modify
hang
a
'em, but-
card shuffler to just
Yeah.
lay down cards rather than,
That's fun, yeah, that was-
Maybe do away where I put the words on the screen, the overhead screen.
right,
And then
make
I
them
don't have
face
to,
the audience.
right, I don't have to
Right.
lay the cards
The
out.
password
Well, if I
is-
remembered the tripod, we would have had a better thing. Or if we had an engineer and cameraman videographer to hold everything for us.
John Shanafield commented it was a good store. It was a good store.
Yes, he
Good story.
liked the story, liked the story maybe?
Oh, I think he was talking about the store you went and visited that gave you
Yeah.
information about the fair.
Oh, that's a good idea. Carrie Shrew,
Carrie Shug.
Yeah, Shug, he said that I would have thought guessing a vowel doesn't win a card. That would be kinda,
Well, but it would make things slower too.
My game, my rules.
Yeah.
We're already slow enough here.
sorry, Gary, John doesn't like your idea.
It's a fine.
I'll
it's
take
a fine
it in
idea.
advisement for the next time. We haven't duplicated games yet, but eventually I'm gonna run out of ideas. Okay, next on the agenda is Vic demoing Forgotten Pyramid
Uh-huh.
and Sundries. Take it away, Vic.
Well, it'll take me a moment here to, see, I wish I had a three-way switch, so we could leave the camera on while I'm still doing this, but
There's magnets on these, so you can either put it up or you can put it
Yeah.
on something that's,
Wow.
there's magnets in the back. Same thing with the other two.
Yeah, right there, we'll put this in.
Kyle,
Kyle's is a little bit.
let me
oh, he was saying you got this.
Anyone require
load
more
in
sugar?
the correct disk here on the Nano PEB, which is at volume 956, into the virtual disk drive
Oh, man, this is bad.
1.
It's so
Brett?
bad, it's good.
Two more.
I'm glad
Load
my
the
wife
final
wasn't
ROM
here.
menu.
Yeah.
I'm good there.
I'm going to go to press button number O, or letter O, games N to Z. And then we'll step down 3-4 times to J, Tunnels of Doom. Here we're going to load Pyramid. Hal, did you actually finish reading the, oh, yeah, we didn't do this live.
Oh.
For the people at home, last month I observed that TIUG programmer Chris Schneider from Shift 838 website, remember that website, because you will go there for all the software that's demonstrated today. Shift 838. And he did a, let me have that for a second, did a new Infocom game called Pyramid of Doom with this graphic of the pyramid.
Is that copyright?
Only on Chris. Every Chris has it. So Hal will do a dramatic reading of,
It was a dark and stormy night. Oh, never mind.
actually it was.
At any rate, there's a fellow who has been doing philanthropic work. He's been flying his little plane through all over Peru, trying to help impoverished villagers and isolated hamlets, bringing them food, medicine, et cetera, et cetera. One day, as he's returning from one of these missions of mercy, he gets caught in a storm. He realizes the only thing he can do at this point, for some reason, is to bail out. Don't ask me why. At any rate, he bails out and into a fierce storm. Why not just keep flying? Well, anyway, he bails out. He gets struck by lightning. The plane gets struck by lightning. Apparently, it bursts into flame or something. He bails out. He parachutes into the Peruvian jungles. Now, in this adventure, you'll need to collect 13 treasures and complete 6 tasks to complete the game. Your maximum score is 200. And if you want to know more about it, you can download the archive directly from the shift838.com site /adv/the-forgotten-pyramid.zip. So, Vic, take it away.
Okay, so here's the next page. My printer doesn't cooperate, so these paragraphs in order are 1, 2, and 3. You
Oh, the
don't
last one I got
have to
was the
read
fast.
those
You need
yet,
all of them.
because
And there, your printer obviously prints in a typeface most suited for somebody who's 20 years old.
I don't have
In
that.
remote villages of Peru, nestled amidst the breathtaking landscapes of the Andes Mountains and dense jungles, a remarkable tale unfolds. It's a story of an extraordinary individual who dedicated his life to make. This is the same thing I just got over here. So let's.
yeah, you don't have to read that.
Oh, we don't have to read that. All right. One fateful day, yeah, we already got that point.
I think so.
The Forgotten Pyramid, release one, serial number, no, we don't need that. Cockpit, you're in the cockpit of a small dual-engine cargo plane. Your plane has been struck by lightning, and the controls are unresponsive. The cargo, more, and there is no more.
Okay, hang on.
So,
This is good.
this is quite the adventure, because right now, you've been struck by lightning. You've got two engines, and apparently the two engines are still working. Why, if you are flying, you would bail out? I
It
don't
explains
know.
it. Read them 1, 2, and 3.
I just did.
Like I said, oh, okay.
That 1, 2, and 3 duplicate what I just read in the first sheet, and
I kept hitting the wrong key
there's
here.
nothing,
Today we're going to go with XB 256 because it's one of the fastest running extended basics out there. It was part of the GEM, the Graphics Environment Manager software package. It was developed on TIUG a few years ago. As you can see, we can do this in 40 column or 80 column with a 9938 Geneve, or with the 80 column F18. And while we could do it with an 80 column, it's not going to show up good on the screen. So I'm going to press 4 for standard 40 column. Now this is an extended basic load program that loads an Infocom adventure. We could go to editor assembler in order load the EA programs quicker, but XP 256 works pretty good. Okay, here we go. Here's what Hal read. For years, the protagonist. One
Well, that's
fateful
what
day, the skies betrayed him. That would be number 2 on that list. As he embarked on his return journey from a successful supply drop, the skies betrayed him. A storm, fierce and unexpected, descended upon the aircraft with an unforgiving force. In a split second, lightning crackled through the air, striking the fragile metal bird that had carried our protagonist through countless missions.
You ever work on the radio, Vic?
No, Hal has,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I can channel him.
But you probably listen to a lot of.
I sort
radio.
of gave a pre-see of this whole thing because I thought maybe we were strapped for time.
Oh, we got plenty of time, we got an extra hour today.
In that heart-stopping moment, he knew his only chance of survival was to bail out into the vast expanse of the Peruvian jungles below. In this adventure, you will need to collect 13 treasures and complete 6 tasks. So 2023, so this actually came out a couple years ago.
Do we want lightning effects?
Yeah,
There we go.
that's not going to show up because we're not on the
Just
camera
not-
right
Right,
now.
but it
The
will,
attention of,
that will distort
all
the
those people out
video.
there that
Let's
might
screw the video up, you got a message on your video, is it screwed up?
Yeah. It's just the chat.
Okay. Okay, when do we get to type?
Yeah,
something?
that outlet his laptop's on is on the light switched.
Oh,
You know.
there you go, he zapped his laptop there.
We don't want to do that, no.
Okay, so anybody wants to read this?
You're in the cockpit of a small dual-engine cargo plane. Your plane has been struck by lightning and the controls are unresponsive. The cargo, more.
You just said that more.
The cargo area is aft. You can see a radio here. Okay, can I start?
Go ahead.
Say yo-ho. I remember that always works.
Quotes?
Yo-ho, no, just one word, yo-ho.
It's not that smart.
I broke it. I think you wanted to say something.
Yo,
Wrong game. Wrong game. Oh, wrong game, sorry. That was Scott Adams' Pirate Adventure. I thought it was this. Sorry about that, okay. Somebody
Chris
else.
did say in his notes he's included an Easter egg
Uh-huh.
in this game that no one has found yet.
How come we never do Love the Goddess of Fools?
Because you have to
I
do it
like
in the
that
G
one.
mode.
I bet you did, yeah.
This is a family show. Actually, next month I can bring that along.
That would be good, yeah.
It shows some of the ads that were in popular magazines at the time.
Okay, go aft.
Or you don't want to say something, try to say something to somebody on the radio?
No, I just,
Okay,
Okay.
mayday, you
You
know.
can do that, well, I'm just suggesting. Are you doing Yoho again?
What is aft? Your card where?
Back.
Yeah.
Oh, aft.
Front is fore, F-O-R-E, aft is back, it's the same thing as nautical.
See, yours wasn't any better than Yoho.
The radio crackles and the response is, you're on your own, MF.
Say something to someone. What, is there somebody in there with you?
Say to,
Radio.
That broke it.
Oh, we're
Okay.
just doing great here.
spoiler alert, I've spent a lot of time fooling along with this radio, and the plane eventually crashes if you take too many turns trying
That'll
to
be
talk
us.
on the radio futilely. So it'd be worth it to spend your first move trying everything you could think of to talk on this radio,
Looking at
to
the
call for
chief.
help or report your position or something.
Yeah.
Because I found if you fool around too much, the plane crashes before you get back.
Well, the trick is to say something to
You
someone.
just bail out?
So there's either,
Say something to someone.
you're by yourself, right?
Say Mayday to radio.
How about a prayer when that, please, God, don't let me die out here in the middle of the damn jungle in Peru.
Find a parachute.
Say Mayday to, who would be listening on the other end of a radio? It wouldn't be a control tower, because he's in the middle of his flight.
How about you just say
Air
Geronimo
traffic
as you jump
controller,
I thought you're supposed to pray to
Yeah.
your deity.
yeah,
Say Mayday to Jesus.
Yeah, or Moctezuma or somebody.
Tower.
Tower, yeah. That's the best answer for today.
say Mayday to tower.
I don't understand what tower means.
What
So
kind of a
this is a
radio are you
typical-
anyway?
Infocom,
Sorry.
text
it's been-
adventure, because you can use multiple words, you can phrase things differently.
How about look at controls? Maybe
Okay.
that'll, maybe
Carrie,
that's what we should do.
Carrie recommends dispatcher.
The
Look at
control just
controls.
broke out, I mean, we've just been hit by lightning. What the hell? Controls,
So
man.
far, you're gonna get, nobody wanted to play this. Look at radio.
Try call.
Just try
dispatcher.
look.
Yeah, look might do it. It's the plane's radio, and it's the only thing that's working.
Okay, so to me, that's a
How
significant.
about use
clue.
radio?
Yeah,
Use radio. Oh, boy.
See, Mike,
Call dispatcher.
You did say Mayday radio, it didn't work.
ask for money back.
person listening on the radio, to person receiving your radio, to person, to base.
I still think you should just go
I'd
ahead.
like to speak to the mechanic, please, who certified my engines that just quit at 12,000 feet.
To public, to whatever,
I still say it's go aft.
Over, yeah. Don't forget to say over.
to listener, to tower, to air traffic
To
control.
anybody who's
Anyway,
listening.
you looked at the radio, you used the radio.
Dispatcher, Carrie keeps
You're
a.
probably
There's no
getting,
air traffic control in Peru.
you're probably getting, too complex.
You better hurry, okay,
Go aft.
Bail out.
okay. I have gone through a chapter of this story, so I don't want to ruin it for everybody.
You're in the cargo bay at the aft of the airplane. This is the area where the cargo is stored, but it's currently empty. 4 leads back to the cockpit. You can
Right,
see the cargo bay door, a sign, and a parachute here. Oh, guys.
Take parachute.
Take parachute, put on
Right,
parachute,
Read.
read sign.
Okay, so this is crucial, because otherwise you're going to try to open that door without pulling the lever first.
Okay, put on parachute. Take parachute.
Sometimes you can abbreviate words, sometimes you
the
gotta
plane
spell
just
the whole
crashed.
thing out.
Taken. Wear parachute.
Use parachute.
Because I think you can abbreviate this as a shoot. And sometimes these programs are obtuse.
Pull lever.
Pull ripcord.
Inside plane.
We gotta bail out first.
Yeah.
Relax the cargo door so you can
For
help
me,
it
I take a
manually.
whiz before I bail out, because I know I'm gonna wet myself and I don't want to land.
You
Okay.
can do it if you're falling.
Well, yeah, I suppose
Okay.
you can, use your hands. It's okay.
Oh my God, the wind
You
from
gotta be
outside the
careful,
plane almost knocks you over. Hang tight. Bail out. Geronimo!
Good, that's.
The sky is dark due to the storm.
Don't forget to pull
Loud
the
thunder
ripcord.
is bellowing from the clouds above you as you free fall. You're at roughly 9,000 feet and you're falling rapidly.
Open chute.
Okay,
Pull the
spoiler alert. Close your ears. Don't open your chute now. You'll hit the tail. So you have to
Wait,
Wait,
wait.
I thought you were already.
nothing happens.
Now you're at
8,000 feet.
8,000.
Oh, let's go down to about 500 feet and then do it. Come on, let's be daring. What the hell? Like,
Yeah, it's no fun unless you reach your terminal
Yeah.
velocity.
Yeah. that's
Yeah.
right, yeah.
It opens on the bounce.
there you go. Wait. I think the plane's probably far away now.
Reach down, kiss your ass goodbye.
Wait.
Make tea.
4,000 feet.
Pull ripcord.
Ripcord comes out in your hand.
You pull the ripcord like your life depends on it, because it does. The parachute ejects from the pack, the canopy expands and slows your descent. After a few minutes, you come down through some trees and manage to land safely with only a few scratches. You're in a clearing. You're standing at the edge of a clearing and there are paths to the north, south, and east. You can see a large boulder and a matchbook here.
A boulder and a matchbook, okay.
gotta
Take
take
boulder.
that matchbook, right?
Yeah,
All right.
Take boulder in case you meet, you know, a big animal or something. Throw the
Take
boulder
boulder.
in
in.
case somebody asks for a match. Hey, do you have a
Okay.
You know,
match?
eat the matchbook.
Yeah, your face to my ass.
Yeah.
Remember
Let's
that?
fix the
Say,
place.
no, thanks, I don't smoke, you know.
Take the matchbook.
Hold on.
Fixed in place, oh.
Now read the matchbook. There's
Yeah,
usually
yeah.
something on there.
Usually, anything that shows up in one of these games has a purpose or something.
Yeah, it says for
And a
25
lot of
cents you can
times-
join the Church of the Perpetual Pleasure or whatever, you know.
The
Read
programmer's
Or
a
you can
wise
get an
guy.
MBA from some, you know, school online for 25 cents.
Still have no score. There's nothing legible on that.
Okay.
Stuff with matches are gonna be good though.
Light a match.
Light your hair on fire.
Okay, I had to see where I'm at. There are paths to the north, the south, and the east.
Okay, who wants to go north? Raise your hand. South? East? East it is.
Okay, so-
I thought we were supposed to go west.
Knowing that Peru
The
is,
parachute is tangled up in the jungle, so you can't move very far. You'll have to drop it first. Who set the parachute on fire with the matches?
that's it, yeah. Oh, yeah, and that sets the jungle on fire. And
Yeah,
somebody
the
will
whole
notice
thing
that.
burns, yeah.
A burning
Okay.
jungle can be seen from outer space, so.
But you need to take off the parachute
I think
first.
Anders right now, if he's watching this, is saying, I'm never, ever gonna write another program for these guys. Thank you, no, I better not.
What are those?
That is,
Apricot or something?
no, that is,
Take off the chute.
John,
I'm pushing maximum
Okay.
density right here.
Bury, now you gotta, like in the movies, you gotta bury the chute now so that nobody can find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all the movies
Yeah,
they
so,
do
so
that.
nobody will know that
Yeah.
the gorillas, what do they call them, the shiny path gorillas will come and catch this guy. That is so cool.
Is that parachute on fire?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm about 3 commands back on.
You do such good
I'm
work.
trying to keep up with this.
Could you have taken the radio?
Set something. Set,
No, the plane was too heavy to carry.
Victor, are you able to take the radio? Asks Carrie.
well,
Too
let's
late.
start the
Plane.
game again, see if we can remove the,
Oh, you don't know.
set
Um,
something.
That's where it is.
Okay, so it's not really letting me set the chute on fire.
Okay. I thought that's a berry
So we
chute.
can try to anticipate that maybe there's some wood, or you gotta get some kindling, and you might have to start a fire
you might have to
sometime.
light match first.
Light a doobie.
How about-
Well, here, the third line down, light match. There's no need to light a match first, just tell me what you want to light, and I'll do it for you.
Light a happy
How
stick.
about make a nice white suit out of the nylon, or the nylon and the.
Build a tree house.
Light shoot.
That's what Carrie just said, ignite shoot.
Okay,
Light shoot, dangerous.
Shoot, make a good tent, you know, if it's gonna rain.
Okay.
Hey, you can use this,
Well,
Rick.
I think this shows you the gist of a Infocom text adventure. And Chris has literally a dozen different games that he's written in either Infocom format or the TI adventure cartridge format.
Shows me why I like zeros at.
Yeah.
You didn't guess it.
Didn't guess it, but press one button.
Now, let me get the, you know what's embarrassing? You didn't guess your own name.
Yes, I.
And then you didn't
Well,
get
I
zeros
actually,
yet.
I did know it, but I didn't, it
Was
didn't
it
come
your
around
turn?
again. I did
Yeah.
figure it out eventually. I thought to myself, oh, God.
But
Has anybody seen the email he sent me? About the Hal Shanfield, support group? That would be me. Everybody see that?
No, that was
No,
just us.
You can, sitting on the raft, you know, with.
Speaking of
the
which,
shark
it is
eating
now,
Anyway.
let's see, what time is this? Is it time for Hal's story time? While you get ready for part two?
Did we ever get to the pyramid?
no, we haven't, because I don't want to spoil this for everybody.
Ah.
Just go to Chris Schneider's website called Shift 838. And this game and a dozen other games are downloadable from there. He has his medieval games, discs 1, 2, and 3. Each one has about 5 medieval era adventures on it.
Which are the two that I put up on the webpage? Where I put the first 2 or 3? You sent me 3. You sent me 3 games to put up. Or
I
that's something
don't
different?
remember, I don't have records here on that.
Okay, hold on, yeah.
But here, let me look back here. His medieval games 1,
Your readers.
yes, are tangling up on my Eye of Agamotto. The medieval games 1 has Curse, Forbid, Priest, Revenge, and Castle. Number 2 has the Death, Mummy, Knight, Sword, and Count. 3, these are the start names for the programs, of Tunnels of Doom programs. 3 has Power Scroll Secret, Surya, and Azati. And his 4th one, Shift 838 Adventures, is Staff and Locked. So these are sort of interesting because they're in current day.
There's a lot of neat stuff there. It says, oh, yeah.
I'm going to get set up here.
Source code from Barry Boone, Mark Shields, Paul Cowden, Brian Wilcott need to be found and returned. Oh, Insane Multitasker, that's, what's the name?
Vic, the one on the webpage is adventure number 1, The Locked Room from Chris Schneider. That's supposed to be a Scott Adams text adventure.
Yeah,
And then adventure number 2, The Stafford Predicament.
yeah, I
Chris
think Hal
Schneider.
has the text on
You're
those
touring the
two.
Texas, this is Stafford Predicament. You're touring the Texas Instruments Stafford, Texas facility. While touring the main building, a voice comes over the PA system and says, "You are now trapped. All exit doors lead to the outside are locked and electrified." Or maybe it should be, "Y'all now trapped. All exit doors leading to the outside are locked and electrified. There's no escape. Find my TI-99-4 equipment and my security disk to deactivate the Halon file control system or die. There may be hints in my newsletters." This is Texas, right?
Oh, no, you
I don't
didn't.
have enough
Did I
of
do that?
Texas.
Or maybe they
for all that.
reported the guys from
Yeah,
California.
that's what
I can-
happened.
Maybe they all sound like
Sounded
Valley
Southside.
Girls. Want to hear that one? No, okay.
What are you
I'm
working,
just used to King of the
what are you
Hill.
working on now?
I'm just trying to get the first disc loaded up here,
Oh, okay.
which would be
The 10 will take forever. Believe me, I know. You could be a hero.
White Elf. Proceed. See, I should have printed all these out. So this is the curse, yeah,
What are we doing here? Am I reading?
read this out.
The Anaconda Kingdom of the Snake Gods has cursed your city for the past 7,000 years. Oh, Jesus. Find the magic scroll.
Too late, too late,
Thanks.
didn't read quick
Yeah,
enough.
well, the magic scroll has disappeared.
I probably should have printed all those out,
That's the
because
curse.
there's like 10 games on that, in Tunnels of Doom format. And then the Staffordshire facility and the locked room are in adventure file format. And the one we just got through, the Forgotten Pyramid, is an Infocom Extended Basic.
So basically, he writes with
Mm-hmm.
the adventure editor or TOD editor.
Yeah.
So
I was
what am I doing? What am I reading
read the
from?
last one for source code.
SRC Quest, the TI source code Quest. 4-key TI 99.4A software source code archives and disks have been stolen. Ooh. Source code from Barry Boone, Mark Shields, Paul Charlton, and Brian Wilcott need to be found and returned. Idea is by Tim down in Texas, the insane multitasker. Chris Schneider, shift 838, and that's all that was written.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So much for that.
So, yeah, highly recommended if you like the TI Tunnels of Doom adventures or the adventure cartridge adventures. He's got a stack of them. And the last one we went through just now was the Forgotten Pyramid, was the one that he was promoting 2 years ago, and I finally got around to downloading it and testing it.
Cool graphic. Does that graphic appear on the,
Yeah, that's the,
As a
this is the
side,
graphic that he created for the Forgotten Pyramid. Notice it says here, shift, or it just says 838 Adventures.
Oh,
So,
cool.
and as a side note, I just finished putting all the Scott Adams adventures descriptions up on the webpage.
a guest.
Great chair.
Well, I have to create a chair here.
Oh, wait. Oh,
He'll get a chair, he'll get a chair.
I'll get a chair. I'll get a chair.
Is it hot in here?
I'm working on the
Yeah.
Infocom and I'm working on the TI games.
Mhm.
I know they're available elsewhere, but we're gonna put them on the webpage with some graphics and descriptions and stuff.
So who's our new arrival?
Welcome.
Erwin.
Erwin is
Erwin.
back.
Welcome,
The
we
one and
bid you
only.
Is he
welcome
somebody important I gotta be nice
to
to?
life inside
No.
the
Okay.
electric circus.
Or they could be unknown.
Wasp,
and you'll find out the hard
WASP,
way.
the band. It's a fun album.
I can, Erwin lives there.
Just watch this guy, he might break your arm.
If he's real nice.
I take it you don't have any hard copies of newsletters? Since I haven't seen you here? When's the last one you got?
2 months ago.
2 months.
2 months ago, okay. We'll catch you up. Okay, we got March?
Am I supposed to be?
So I can take a break here.
Is that,
Yeah, story time.
Yes.
Well, you're on, tell us a story.
well, I got a
Once
couple
upon
things
a
to show.
time.
It's not only story time, it's show and tell time.
Oh, no.
Well, I showed you mine, so.
Oh, yeah, well, here we go. We've had at the fair, for the last few years, we've had a lavender mic,
Last year?
and, we've got a lavalier mic, and, it has a long, about a 15-foot, 18-foot cord on it, which is fine, so that people
If
can
you
move
want to
around a little
strangle
bit.
yourself and those around you.
It is, sometimes if you turn in a circle, it kind of wraps itself around you. So what I did is I went out and I got a couple of these things. Did I show you guys those
No.
last time? No? Okay, I got a couple of wireless mics. And this is a little thing that I'll show everybody here first. This is the receiver, and it plugs into the side of a computer using
The
A
TI,
micro-
they're plugged into the TI?
This is
It will-
USB
It
3.
won't plug into the TI, but
Oh.
unfortunately.
I thought we only do TI
It
stuff.
might plug into
Well-
a Tippy though.
For
Tippy,
the
man,
broadcast,
oh,
for the
Tippy's later.
broadcast, for John's equipment, it's gotta plug into this thing.
How many things can you plug into
Which
other
has a-
things?
This is an adapter, and it plugs into the side of the phone. In fact, I was gonna put it on today and show you guys how it works, but.
pass it around?
And that will plug into the side of Jim's phone or whatever instrument we're using.
Oh, I'm sure it won't.
It looks like a lightning
It's
connector
a
for
lightning connector.
iPhone.
That's why, yeah, for an iPhone. And then I have another adapter over here, which is,
That makes it plug in the TI?
no, won't plug into the TI. Well, not, this won't plug into the TI, but we have another connector that will plug into the TI. This is just a USB connector on that side, lightning connector on this side. So, and then the microphone, let's see if I get this damn thing back together. It's even got a little, I don't know what this is supposed to be, a little cord, thing, so you don't drop it.
Put it on your keychain, I guess.
And, yeah, you put a keychain in, and then I've got, it came with two of these. I think I got these from T-Mobile, in case anybody's interested, but you can get it out of there. This is the actual microphone itself, and we have two of those, that will clip on, saw,
Have you run this by our videographer?
yes, as a matter of fact, he's been bugging me, he's the one that bugged me to get well, anyway.
Well, to
you have
get rid of the
you have
strangle
to-
cord.
It's actually working, believe it or not, you can see it's flashing.
Oh, not working here, it's just,
Well, it's
Is
not
that
working
for the
here,
fair?
because you don't have this thing I don't have this thing turned on, and plugged in over there, but it does work. And,
So no more cords?
no, you don't have to have any long cord anymore, so then we can walk all the way around the room. This thing operates up to, I believe it's 60 feet, which pretty much will, be the entire room that we
Did you
use.
test it?
what's the average
I haven't
battery
tested
life?
it, I haven't, I've tested it with a phone, but not with,
Does it
anything
come in
else.
different colors?
Yes, it does, it comes in red and green. Port and starboard for those who are.
Any color as long as it's black.
Now, what I don't know is how to turn the damn thing off. Oh, here we go. I think this turns it off. If it doesn't, there goes the battery. Well, fortunately, they're rechargeable, so
You've done a lot of research for this.
I have
Hell, I think
spent
that-
hours and hours
Researching this.
researching this,
Hell,
yes.
that blinking
And
display,
I've even figured out how to turn it off.
That's blinking light.
it
yes.
means it's trying to sync with Bluetooth, because I have a
yeah.
earpiece that does that, the red
Yeah,
and green.
that's what it wants to do, and I
Yeah.
don't have anything to sync it with.
Just give it to John.
So, yeah, at any rate,
Clip it
we
to the
will have,
spider.
we will have, some technological improvements at the fair. And, that, by the way, brings me to my next topic, the fair. The fair is gonna be on the October 25th this year with the usual, Friday night gathering at a place to be determined and announced, much closer to the time. And, oh, here it is, right there in plastic even. The 25th of October, hope that's right, is that right? Yes.
And you can
The
see,
43rd.
you can see a Linda Carter as Wonder Woman. A picture of Linda Carter as Wonder Woman will be there.
Yes, Linda Carter, does she have her, top, yeah, she does.
Yeah,
I never mind.
she's definitely.
Here's the most interesting man in the world,
Yeah.
he's coming
Of
to
course,
the
it's Linda
fair.
Carter as she looks now.
At any rate, the dinner will take place on the 24th, the fair itself will take place on the 25th. The banquet, here called awards dinner, I don't know what awards we'll give out, but maybe we will. And then the infamous pub crawl.
Hopefully I'll be able to
Infamous
attend
pub
this year, I
crawl.
won't rip my knee.
Infamous pub crawl, and then the survivors breakfast the next day, if there are any survivors. from-
When is the lake cruise?
The lake cruise,
And then there's
for,
the architectural cruise, and then we have the Art
the one with the
Institute.
dancing girls?
Yeah, the dancing girls, yeah, dancing girls.
That hasn't been determined yet. we're still working on that. There are regulations and all about how many we can have on board at any
Because
given
we
time.
can rent out the Admiral. It's
Yes,
still-
well, and then again, we also have to think about the wives and sweethearts that people bring
Oh,
to the fair.
yeah, that's true.
Some of whom may want to volunteer, some of whom may not, some of whom will not even get on the damn boat with us. Who knows? These are all things to be worked out in advance, but stay tuned, because all of this will be announced well in advance. And if you have never been to the fair, you better hurry up, because these things do not go on forever, you know.
We're only gonna do it for another 20 or 30 years.
Well, you know, with
So-
43, this will be the 43rd, but who knows if there'll be 44 or 45? So if you've never been, now is your best chance. And if you've never been, you know who I'm talking to. You know exactly.
And honestly,
who
too,
you
that
are.
if you've never been to Chicago, there's a lot of stuff to do here. So
Yeah, if you've never been to
you can-
Chicago, you're luckier than I am, but,
Well, what number last fair is Cocoa Fest then?
what's that?
Into-
Last year was 42.
Well, theirs is always the last.
Yeah.
So,
Yours is always
but don't wait for 43, or for 44, come to 43, because, that one is more or less guaranteed to take place, barring nuclear war or, Russia invading or something like that.
Violent
Or the
regime
Yellowstone
change.
There's a rumor that we're gonna,
Yellowstone may erupt.
is there a rumor that we're gonna be giving out a dozen eggs? Anybody will come?
No, I don't think there'll be
No?
any eggs left
No?
by the time
Oh,
of the fair.
Fair's old enough to be a grandparent.
Yeah, there may be. And remember this, I want you to think about this. Those naked dancing girls are getting older by the minute. So, you know what age does to naked dancing girls. So if you wanna see them in their prime,
Throw it over the
come to
shoulder
the
and it'll just
fair
work just
this
fine.
year, October. Where's the sign?
We're back
Where's
to
that? We have a sign. Sign.
Which one you want? Big
Need
Wonder
both
Woman.
of them, both of
Oh,
them, I
Wonder
want
Woman.
both of them.
And it's
I
just
wanna
how
put
you-
them up instead of my face here. The 25th of October, right
also
here
on the
in beautiful
webpage, of
downtown
course.
Evanston, Illinois.
We have a
We're
countdown on the
working the
webpage.
calendar.
Yeah,
It's like it's 282 days to go, I think. Something like that.
something like that. And speaking of the webpage, John, why don't you tell us about the webpage?
The webpage, what is it? Or user group?
Search.
CTIUG.
CTIUG.org. And the other one is Chicago
TIUG.
TIUG.
So ChicagoTIUG.org, or if you want to save a few keystrokes, CTIUG.org.
Yeah, I'm slowly starting to put more material with the help of Vic in the library. We realize that this material is available other places, but when we put it up, we're going to put, you know, a graphic documentation.
And
you
the
know,
official version, right?
The official version of it, yeah, so, right now, as I said earlier, I think, we do have the entire Scott Adams collection up there now, all 12 adventures, and actually 11, because one of them's a double. And then I'm working on the Infocom, and then I'm gonna put all the TI stuff up there one at a time. I'm working on the modules. And I gotta do, what is it, Dodgem, that'll be next, or what's the one that you like?
Zero's that.
No, the one with the cars that you like so much. Car
Ah,
Wars.
yeah.
The
The
Car Wars.
The modified, the emasculated version, right? The snip. Part that you
And,
can slow them down.
Vic posted the webpage up on Facebook, and suddenly we have a lot of traffic up there. So thank you, everybody, for visiting. And, I don't know, what else you wanna know about?
Well, it's someplace that you should check out. You can find all of the information about the Chicago User Group. If you wanna know where we're located, is there a map on there?
There's a map on the front
There's a
page,
map on-
there's all the fair stuff on the front page, there's all kinds of sections.
All
We got-
the information you could possibly ever want to know about the fair. Every single bit of information you could possibly ever want to know, more or less, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, absolutely.
That's the text description of all the Scott Adams adventures and the first couple screenshots of each game.
Already up.
Okay.
So I think that's
so you
about
got
it for
those.
me.
Already got it up.
What do we have?
If you give me this last month, you will save you some time.
And this is the text description of all of Chris Schneider's medieval games.
Okay, this I wanna borrow from you.
Okay, that's the first page off of each one of them.
Okay, are you done with your talk? Are you done
I
babbling?
am absolutely dry.
Okay, before we stop, usually every month you either break something or damage something. In the last month, have you broken or damaged anything in your
Yes,
body?
my entire body is shot. I pumped the bilge out yesterday, my boat, and by the way.
Tell them how much you lifted by yourself?
Yeah.
You're 97,
No,
right?
I'm only 80, but, I have torn every muscle, bent every bone, that, I have in my body, and, you'll see if I try to get up and walk out of here, it's gonna take me.
Hell was lifting 5-gallon containers
Yeah.
of dirty bilge water.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And
climbing
I
up
got a
the.
12-volt electric pump sitting at home right
Yeah,
here
well,
in my outdoor closet.
yeah. Would that keep him from having to lift 5 gallons?
I've
Yeah.
got three bilge pumps, only one of which is installed, and a couple of years ago, when I,
We'll raffle that
when I
after you're
tried
done with
to
your speech.
pump
You keep it
out
this last
I'm
one.
gonna raffle it.
frozen water.
That's a prop.
I blew the top off the bilge pump, so I took a
Use it
credit
as a
card
prop.
and super glued it on top. It's been working since then, but I think it's time to install a new bilge pump now. Any of you guys who are good with electrical things, electronics, et cetera, like to give me a hand, I'd be more than happy. Now, I don't expect anybody to come in from Europe to do it, but if anybody is in the local area, say in,
I thought you were gonna relocate
within
your.
3 or 4 counties.
Yeah, later on I'll talk to you. You gotta relocate your solar panels.
Yeah, they moved my boat. They moved my boat 90 degrees from where the solar panel was facing south. Now it's facing west behind a big building. So I get about 15 minutes of solar power per day. That'll increase by the time,
Okay, stop. You're done here. You're done.
I'm
Can't
done.
talk no more.
can't talk
You're done. You're done. Okay, Vic. Sorry, you're done. That's it. We got a strict schedule here. Sorry.
Ah,
If anybody wants to see the rest, it'll be on the webpage.
Call me.
Show up
Nobody
and give
expects
him,
the Spanish Inquisition.
show up to his boat and give him unlicensed electrical work, and he'll talk to you all you
Oh,
want.
he'll talk.
I'll
He'll talk.
talk.
Oh, God. And he's got some good stories too. I told him she write a book. Okay, who's up next? We got Vic.
Oh, okay,
Victor, you are up.
okay, what a surprise, gee.
Yeah.
You are now
Let me
in the
get
hot
my
seat.
notes here.
Time's burning, Vic.
2, 3,
Vic's
4.
ready to go one, you lost.
I'm missing one sheet. It tells me where everything's at. So anyway, now, this is the collection from, here, hang on to this. You can take them out and show them one at a time. That's a collection of Norman Rock's sliding block puzzles published by MS Express. And I remember in '91 and meeting Mickey Sandrowski, who was at the fair there,
Oh, I'm sorry, Vic, I thought you were gonna do,
and
okay, never mind, that's why you,
2,
Why I haven't shown these.
Well, you could probably open one and show the
That's
contents.
what, yeah. You know what
is
those
there
are.
anything in there?
Never thought of it.
I remember Norman.
yeah, there's a
Rockwell.
floppy disk in there and a real nice printed manual of the sliding block puzzles.
Give me that, give me that.
And you'll see how much fun these are
He's teasing.
in a few moments, once I get this
There you go.
loaded up. And how can I have every piece, I just saw it earlier this morning. I had my index
Ready?
of
Ready?
my various programs and such.
Actual floppy disk.
And I think I found it.
Everybody see that? Okay.
Yeah. That's a, what, a 44 floppy disk?
I'm sure it works real well.
It does.
Does it?
And I actually
You'd be
copied
surprised
it
how well
off to
single
my,
density and double density media holds
guys,
up
I
so
copied,
long
oh
as-
yeah, I gotta send in the warranty card
As
for
long
that
as you don't
too.
like.
Oh, yeah, you got a warranty card, you get
Yeah.
Automatic.
Something, this is pretty rare
Okay,
these
so
days.
do-
You get
The house,
instructions.
yeah.
Okay, let me get this loaded here.
hope you're watching today.
I'm going to remove the virtual floppy disk from the virtual floppy drive number 1. And I'm going to load in another disk here. According to this, it's disk number, volume 1000. Can you believe a compact flash drive can carry 1,000 TI disks?
Easily.
I can believe that you can believe it.
Okay, take it. I'm trying to get rid of it.
Al, did you say that the Ironwood room at the Triton,
Yeah, I think it was the Ironwood room, was it not?
Was
Ironwood?
it there?
which room was that though? Was it the one on the first floor?
No, that was the big one up on top. The one on the bottom floor, what was the one where the fair was actually held? Was that, one was the fireside lounge and one was the Ironwood room.
Yeah, the
So,
Ironwood room is where I don't know where it was at.
is that where the fair was at the bottom?
No, I don't know, I was asking you.
You'd have to ask somebody like Ken Zerwinski to work there, which, I think, maybe the fireside
Go ahead and
lounge
read
was
it.
upstairs.
Pass it
Yeah,
around.
it was.
Okay, then the Ironwood room would be down below.
Yeah.
There was also a breakout, there were breakout rooms all around the upper level.
Fair, yeah.
Where, we would go after the fair kind of ended, not the fair, but after the meeting would end, and then the individual, interest groups would go. Some people wanted to, talk about, Brandis, or some people wanted to talk about, TI Writer, and so they break up into individual groups.
Oh, okay.
And then a bunch of people would take off and go to McDonald's, and then from there, to Hank Ellerman's basement.
I remember Hank Ellen's basement.
Yeah, that was a cool place. We learned a lot down there. We shared insights about software. Let's just put that.
Insights?
Insights.
I have to ask, is mom hitting
What?
Is mom hitting
Was that the start of the Hell Lending Library?
Well, let me put it to you this way. After month on month, my library expanded, but then so did everybody else's.
Did you have a library card?
Buy one, get a few. Share. It is very democratic.
You know, legally, as long as only one person at a time plays the game,
Yeah.
you're okay.
Yeah, that's right.
So
yeah,
you
one at a
just call
time,
everybody up and
yeah.
say, I'm playing, game A right now, nobody touch it.
That's right, yeah.
See, that's the way you gotta
Yeah.
do that, yeah.
I think
Where's
that
the,
was, that was, in theory, a very interesting way to do that. Unfortunately, for software producers, not as lucrative.
Oh, yeah, I know about that.
Yeah.
Shareware, freeware.
That's why there's so many software producers in the TI field right now, because so many people were generously sharing their,
Hard labor.
their disks. And disks were so cheap, it's like,
Think you ready?
it's like the old joke,
Yeah.
too cheap to steal.
Okay, you're done.
Yep.
All right, so can you hold up the pamphlet that this sliding block
Where's the
puzzles
sliding block pamphlet?
puzzles one?
Oh, that's just for you to read.
Those are all the slide blocks.
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, that one?
So there's,
Hold that up so that-
so this is sliding block puzzles number 1. There's 3 discs in this, and each disc has 2 or 3 sliding block puzzles. So this is the actual puzzle itself. So let's try number 1. Let's look at the instructions. I know it's a TI meeting, but we'll read the instructions.
Oh, we love reading instructions.
Oh, gosh.
The longer the better.
Yeah.
Press any key when you have finished reading a screen of instructions, or press function 6 to skip the rest, supposed to be the rest of instructions and start puzzle.
I don't have an NET on my keyboard.
You gotta write it in. Puzzle number 1 consists of 9 blocks of different colors. The object is to move blocks around so that the red block at the upper left is at the lower left. To move a block, you have to identify the block you wish to move. Letters are used to identify blocks. The letters and the blocks they identify are on the screen at all times.
It's a different screen than what you're looking at now. It'll be obvious once we get to it.
Next, you must indicate the direction you wish to move the chosen block. The arrow keys, are used to indicate directions.
Because you can go diagonally with some of the blocks if it's possible. It's just so you don't have to say left and down, you just tell it, Z.
A small light red square block is identified by the letter E. You can move it to the right. Type E to select the block. Type D to move the selected block to the right. Wow. Sometimes you will want to move a block only half the distance it can actually be moved. To do this, type H at the prompt for direction and then press an arrow key.
No, that's
H for
for
half. Press E to select the small light red square block. Press H for a halfway move. Press D for movement to the right.
That really doesn't help us in this instance, but it's just an example to teach you how to play the game. Yeah,
Obviously, this move was not useful in this situation. It was simply a demonstration of the halfway option. The small square blocks can be moved diagonally. These moves amount to a horizontal move followed by a vertical move, or vice versa. Diagonal moves count as one move. The small gray square block, D, can be moved diagonally, left and down. Now press D to move this block, Vic.
okay, D selects the block.
Press Z to select diagonal, move left and down. That's different. Most puzzles like this don't allow you to go diagonal.
Yeah,
Puzzle number 1 can be solved in a minimum of 59 moves. Good luck. Okay, 59 moves. Here we go.
when I first demonstrated this like 20 years ago, we were laughing like, oh, we can do this in 10 moves or 20 moves at the most.
Name that tune. I named that tune in 2 notes.
So you see here, all the blocks are identified up at the top by letter. If your color vision is halfway decent, you should be able to perceive which one is which. And you can save a puzzle partway through. So which block do you want to move? Who wants?
A.
Who wants?
Don't play this in black and white TV, kids.
Direction. Up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, don't ask me anymore.
Anybody else?
59 moves.
Oh, come on, somebody's got to volunteer.
Let's do H,
H.
and let's do E.
For
Which
up.
one are we trying to escape? The big,
We're trying to move the red block
The big red block.
in the upper left corner into where the yellow and green blocks are in the lower
I
left.
just screwed
corner.
that up pretty
And
good.
why would you pull the purple one up?
I just screwed that
Why
up.
did
I
you do
wasn't-
that, Jim?
I wasn't paying attention. I want to make it difficult for
Jim.
the next person.
We can take turns and go around the table, or
Well,
however you want to do this.
So
Now
now,
let's
now
undo
someone
his
can put
move.
it back.
It'd be easy just to redo, just to undo that, right?
What
That
are
could be
we at?
somebody's move.
H.
Oh, we're at H,
H.
and then X for down. Okay.
Okay, you wanna try that again, Jim?
No, I don't.
How about move E to the right?
Are we really gonna play 59 moves?
Oh, I'm sure we can do it in less than
And
that.
then we could, the next thing would be D
To the right.
to the right.
Oh, look at that.
And you can move A down. And next would be to like move D, or not
I think
D.
it's gotta be B.
It's gotta be B, yeah, gotta be B, slide it over the top there.
And those of you watching at home, if you wanna go make a snack or something and come back.
I used to have, those little puzzles where you had the 16
Sliding
little
ones, yeah.
things. I used to tear those things apart and.
Yeah.
And one of them, now they call traffic or something.
Yeah, they
You got the
got,
car, you gotta get the
uh,
car out.
So a few programs on
Parking
the
garage.
TI that are like that, 15 square puzzles, I think is what they're
Yeah.
called. And so now it would
Now you
seem to
pull
be,
the orange and the gray up. and
Yeah.
then-
Yeah, you gotta get
Then you
that.
gotta do the purple up.
Yeah, we're gonna basically move everything around counterclockwise.
Okay,
This whole-
now
this is
H
interesting here.
can go up.
No, this is a conundrum. here.
Oh, wait, we can't do it, we already got 10 moves. So, okay, so what we'll do,
We got 49 more to go.
we'd be backtracking at this point.
You guys
Remove
brought
the
your
disc.
tippies and you guys brought dynamite or lighter fluid or we?
Or Go-Tex.
Your Go-Tex? Your Go-Tex, yeah.
I have a Swiss Army knife.
And they wanted, they can't figure out how to get the hardware to work.
Yeah, I didn't bring the hardware, but
I've looked it up and I've tried to help you guys as much as I can.
Well, I mean,
with
the
that.
other issue too is if we wanna have an out of order hardware day or something like that.
Yeah.
we need
Sit there and try to
someone's
figure it out.
price,
Yeah.
you know.
I've done some stuff. I won't say I've made progress, but I've done some
So
stuff.
why don't you tell us,
The guinea pig's gotta bring a system, that's why.
why don't
Okay,
you tell us how far you've gotten?
You're not up yet.
Oh,
You're
okay.
probably up in the mini review.
So-
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
after you get
David Kyle
uh,
event.
stymied with the sliding block puzzles, here's the complementary disc. Anybody have the folder? Yeah, you got it, John. The sliding block puzzle
There you go, hold it up there.
solutions.
Oh, is that the cheat sheet?
Yeah, it is. And this works by different ways. We'll try loading it for one, the one you saw where I gave up after
You
10
want me to read
moves
this? I
there.
hope not.
There are 3 options for obtaining the solutions. One displays the solution on the screen, move by move, with an option to quit at any time. The second shows the moves on the screen and prints the moves when you quit. The third simply prints the minimum move solution. Let's go for one. So
Let's see the
here's
solution.
the
59
puzzle
moves.
we just tried playing, and you'll go nuts when you see what's involved in this. Because you'd swear, oh, I could do that in 10 moves. Well,
It reminds me of the first time I got Rubik's Cube and I couldn't solve it, so I decided to peel all the stickers off and put them in the right order.
I got a book on how to solve that, and I just don't have the mind for that. But okay, so that's how the puzzle is. We're trying to move the red square from the upper left to the lower left.
So we just have it automatically go, so you have to keep pressing the space bar?
It does it one move at a time, so that's
We
move
pivot The
1,
whole thing 180 degrees, that would.
Hold the space bar down.
that's move 2,
And we did that.
move 3, move 4.
This is where we screwed up.
Watch this.
Oh, I see, you're gonna move the big block over and then, okay, I see.
That's always.
So spoiler alert, stop looking if you're actually planning on trying to solve this on your own.
I have no intention.
I'm too busy playing Car Wars.
Zero zap.
Zero Zap, yeah.
Carrie wrote E right, H down, D
Well, that was when we
diagonal.
were playing before. He was trying to
Oh.
point out that we made a mistake.
Yes.
Oh, Carrie.
We're
Don't
20
worry, there will
moves
be
now.
plenty more opportunities for us to make many mistakes.
Yes. Keep watching.
Seems obvious.
I see the sky attended the World's Fair here in 2021.
He's been to a couple of them.
Look at this is.
Who?
I never would have thought of this.
It's going back again? Oh, no, that.
This should be level 4.
Yeah, he's slowly worming away so that you can move the red block down. Oh,
No,
interesting half
Is this
move.
you think the first one would be easier?
Yeah, I always love it when you get a game and level 1's the most difficult one.
Huh.
So I'm just pressing the keyboard here, because if you're playing this and you might go, oh, that's where I made a mistake, you can stop. And then try the original puzzle again, and then see what it is that you were supposed to do.
Yeah, that is quite a complex solution. I don't know that I would figure that out very easily.
45. 46.
Oh, okay, all right.
Right.
There are times when I think we're totally stymied.
Okay, so
here,
that's
but
gonna go
there
then,
are some-
Yellow's gonna go to the right, and then green's gonna come up. Holy
Yeah,
cow.
there we go, I can see that.
So this is what I would categorize as a board game rather than an arcade. So I know over the past few months, you know, you people have seen a whole bunch of different arcade games and shoot 'em ups and
Where's your key
action
center?
type puzzles.
It's getting there.
In my box.
Rule
Amazing.
58.
No, I wanna see. if
Now you
put it
want to push
together.
the space bar?
Do I?
Yeah, yeah.
No, no.
Get the next one?
No, no.
Have the- Oh,
And
okay.
even
Keep
Kyle
pressing
tried
the
to
any
put it
key.
Was to go down.
Key to
All
time
right.
conductor.
I
And
don't,
that's it.
that's it?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought it had to go to the extreme right corner.
No, it said the upper left corner to the bottom left corner.
Oh,
So-
no wonder I couldn't do it.
Yeah, that was it. If we were doing
Oh,
that at the
yeah,
beginning.
yeah, I'd had it in 7 moves if I.
Yeah. I've been sitting on this stuff since 1991. So
You've been
coming
waiting
up
all
with
this
the-
time to demo it?
Well, this is the second time we've demonstrated it. The first time was like 20 years ago. So at the fair this year, I will be donating these as a door prize to a lucky winner who will get all 3 sliding block puzzles and the floppy disks and the sliding block solutions and their floppy disks. So another good reason to go to the fair.
Yes.
And that's the end of my presentation. So thanks to Norman Rock for writing this and Mickey Sandrowski for MS Express for publishing it.
Oh, sure.
It came out as a real good package.
And what year did that come out?
It's copyright 1990, so I think I bought this in 1991.
Where's the president's brief on this?
Oh, this is all that is.
I have the other one, but I forgot the president.
I don't think I've seen
And
that.
also with these booklets they came with was sheets that advertised other stuff that that MS Express had for sale. Oh, can't lose the
Yeah, don't lose.
can't lose the
those,
warranty card.
Yeah, because you won't, your warranty will expire if you, don't send that in.
Are we at dead air now, or what?
No, not
Not yet?
quite. The last thing in this package was the advertising that was included with MS Express of the other different programs that they had. I have this, we're not gonna have time to run it today, but it's an adventure game called Galactic Emperors.
Ooh.
What the hell? I think you read that.
Boy, Galactic Emperor by Eric Keeps, I don't know how to pronounce, I'll take a guess of his name. Would you like to challenge a few of your friends to match wits against your TI computer?
What if you
Then
say
let
no?
MS Express Software introduce you to Galactic Emperors. Galactic Emperors is a multiplayer strategic simulation program which can be played by 2, 3, or 4 players, each of whom is trying to defeat his opponents by gaining control of all of the planets.
Is there an age limit?
Is there a what?
What's the age limit?
Age limit?
You know, 8 to 12, or 12 to
No,
adult?
well, I'm too old to play it. I know that. Anyway, it's ideal for those who
Age cradle to
love
grave.
to mental challenge their opponents. And just in case the pressure gets a little too hot, a save game option is available so that you can continue to play it at a later time. So, what are you and your friends waiting for? Order Galactic Emperors today and find out for yourself just who the best is the best. All right. And that tells you what you have to have, which is, of course, a TI.
Okay, it's this time of the day, it's 3 o'clock, and it's time for Dave and Kyle vent. What is going on in your lives, hardware-wise, software-wise?
Oh, we're gonna be talking about the GoTech, each of our problems. Do you wanna start with what yours is?
Sure. So, I've been working on the GoTech, the floppy emulator. And when I first started, at this point, I can't even remember the first firmware that I tried to use that was a little bit complicated. I got it installed and just could not get it to work. So I went to Atari Age, and a few people recommended a firmware called Flash Floppy, which was really easy to install. Got that working, got it installed into TI, and now I can't get it to accept any of the flash drives that I plug into it. I looked up, I tried multiple file types. And
I know it's supposed to be FAT32, I think.
Yep, and what a lot of people were saying is that the flash drives I have are too big and new, that it's not recognizing them because they're like, 32 gig or higher.
Larger than FAT32
Oh,
address,
yeah.
probably.
Right.
Doesn't have enough fingers and
Where are
toes to
they,
count on.
SFAT format?
Well, I was able to get one to FAT32. I think I had to reformat.
Right,
and
and
tell it-
sometimes if you shrink the partition down to within,
Go on Amazon and get like
FAT32.
10 of them that are only like 2 gig each or 1
So-
gig each for like $3 or something.
That's the next step. Was I was gonna try and find some old ones, right? So
Right.
I've been looking at like Goodwill and stuff to try and find something with a flash drive stuck in the side that I could.
No, but look at, I'm
Okay.
serious, if you look at Amazon, they
Amazon.
actually have small ones.
Yeah,
I
small
mean,
capacity.
yeah.
They're even
Sometimes
two- they even have
sometimes new old
256
stock
meg.
even.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking, is get like a two.
And they're cheap, they're like, they're like,
Yeah, I
they
think
sell like
it's no
5
bigger
of them
than
for like
eight.
$10.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's no bigger than 8 gig that you could use, is that right, Rick?
Yeah.
You know what.
For FAT32.
Well, I think, that- isn't it?
Yeah, I've got some old card
Oh, up to
readers that can only go up to
yeah, I
so
think
many
it's
gig,
16 gig.
and then they
something
just
like
can't
Yeah,
that.
'cause
see
I found
stuff
something
anymore, so
small.
I gotta use my
Like
label
I said,
maker.
if you make the
to
partition
label,
table.
label, only good for 16
You know,
gig,
the
not good
primary
for.
partition is the partition
24 to
table within
32.
that limitation.
That's what I tried to do is
Might get away,
partition it,
right.
and I couldn't get it to work, so yeah, I need to get, that's my next step, is to get, I'm hoping to find something under a gig, just because I know that should be solid.
If you had said something, I would have brought you one.
Or two recommendations I would make to anybody who's trying to do the floppy emulator too, which David might be able to speak to this on his end of it, is I bought a cheap GoTech. I just bought the cheapest one I could find just to play around with. I wouldn't recommend that, because mine only has 2 digits on the display screen, which even the older standard is 3, so sometimes I have to kind of guess if it's displaying correctly. And for the $20 more, you can get one with a digital screen and a knob on it. And then I would at least know if the issue is at how I'm hooking it up, or I'd be able to much faster identify if it's taking the USB or not. So that's one big regret that I have. The other small recommendation I would make to anybody trying to do this is when you're updating the firmware, which for my model, you have to hook it up with a USB, USB-A to USB-A connector. Make sure when you're doing that process, you have to do a jumper on the back. Make sure you remember to take that off once you're done. I put it back into my TI and I'm playing around with it
So
for
why
about an
isn't
hour.
this working?
Yeah, because I left the jumper on it.
So it's in USB host mode,
Yeah, exactly, so
device mode.
I would recommend not going cheap, spend the extra $25 to get the one with the knob and the LCD display, because that's gonna save you a lot of time. But Flash Floppy seems to be installed correctly and everything. I just think I need to figure out what I'm doing wrong with the USB drive.
One here, see,
Yeah.
five for $12, 1 gig each.
Yeah, I need to get some of those,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
cheap ones, and maybe, I'm hoping to find like at Goodwill or something, maybe just like a little bag with a few really old 512, 256s, so I can play around with them. But I think that's where I'm stuck, is all my flash drives are 64 gigabytes.
Yeah,
And my issue is I have the better GoTech. I installed it properly, it has the screen. I copied some games to 2 different formats, HFE, HEFI, or whatever you call it.
HFE.
HFE, have you heard of that?
no, I might go down
That's-
to the
yep, I've
GoTech
used that.
format.
So HFE, it recognizes, the drive, the display comes up, it recognizes it, but any DSK, it does not like. So I can't, and all the things on the website are DSKs,
Yeah,
so I don't know how to play them, I'm stuck.
There's some HFEs in one of the old folders from the fair. It's under
There is?
TI Fair videos, and there's a lot
Yeah.
of them. Yeah.
Oh,
I think if you, yeah, because I uploaded a whole bunch of HFEs because I didn't know what format people had.
Mhm.
If you go to the Lotharec website, which is where I got my, my floppy disk emulator, they have a software package called HXC.
That's
And
what I was
it's a
trying
little
originally.
cumbersome, but, I have to convert stuff from HFE to V99, no. V99? V99,
Yeah,
two digits,
V99.
99 format, disk format for my Nano PB here.
And that's
so-
what X,
So that's what makes the Lotharek drive cumbersome, is I can save from a physical floppy to the SD card on my Lotharek. Then I go over to my PC and I use the HXC software to convert it from HFE to .dsk. And then now I can run it, or I can save it on this.
On that, yeah.
So it's an extra hoop to jump through, and I was really hoping you guys would show, oh, this is just, so easy, to use the DSK.
Once you figure it out, it'll be easy.
Yeah, direct,
Once it's working,
yeah.
it'll be easy.
because that Lotharek, it's just one
We
more.
were talking
hoop
about
to
that in the
jump.
car, you think a piece of hardware, you have like step A, step B, step C.
Mhm.
With so much hardware that's out for the TI, just basically go look on the webpage, go figure it out.
There's not a hand-holding instructions.
No.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
really need somebody hands-on sitting right, I do, at least need somebody hands-on sitting next to me saying, all right, press this, press that, press this, press that.
First, ignite your blowtorch.
well,
All right, so
Yeah.
we'll see. I'll try that HFE thing, see if it can work. If it works, I'll give you guys an update.
yeah, I think it's
Um,
called
if
HXC,
someone-
is the software package. It works on Windows and with Linux with Wine. It runs. There's also a Mac OS version of HXC.
Well, the problem is that you need a full expansion box, right?
Yeah,
So if one of you guys wanna volunteer
we
to
can bring
bring,
that.
bring your system in, we can do a whole expose here
Yeah,
with the geniuses.
yeah. Oh,
yeah, we could do that.
Well, don't look at me like that, no, not me.
Well, mine's a little more up to date, so if you wanna bring yours next week, or
yeah,
next
I
month.
can bring mine next month for sure.
Okay, let me know for sure, and I'll put it on the agenda.
Awesome, yeah.
Hey, Vic, the reason I gave you that is that when I was talking to you on the phone, you
Yeah.
said you were gonna demo that.
Oh,
So I
okay.
put it on the agenda, it was no big deal, it was just that you were looking at me like I was crazy.
Or no, I still have that.
We can do that next month or another time.
We could do it this month. All that stuff's loaded.
Are you ready for my last bit? Like my props?
Yeah, bring the props up.
Doctor Who props?
Doctor Who.
All right, so,
Get set up, Vic, because we have bonus time, and then we'll do the Doctor Who stuff now.
okay.
This
so-
is our Doctor Who segment, go.
Thank you. So this particular prop is from, I'm not gonna show you, I'm gonna give you like a little prequel. It's from the Claws of Axos. It's a weapon. It also was used in Colony in Space, 2 different episodes, and the Master used it.
Who's Doctor Who?
It is the Master's
TCE.
tissue.
Ooh,
Looks like a
scary.
laser gun or something. Is it doing
See the light? It's a gun.
it? It's a-
That's it.
Tissue compression eliminator. A
Darn,
weapon manufactured out of a
You wanna pass it around?
waste disposal system, essentially.
Yes,
Yes.
it's that atom compactor. The master finally got on the wrong end of that in one episode, and the doctor was making fun of him.
Where is this from?
Doctor Who.
Right. The master.
The master's evil dude.
I mean, like, is this?
Oh, no, where I bought it from England, somebody from, what's that site where Etsy, they make.
Etsy, yeah.
Yeah, they make replicas. So
Yeah,
that is an
resin-
exact
resin cutter.
replica. I've had a few that weren't so
Is it supposed
exact.
to light up, or what is it?
It does if you can.
There's a store around here called Alien Entertainment.
Oh, I saw that. They don't really have any props
Is this the
though.
magazine?
Oh,
here
I
that
thought
has
they might have
all
a
the
sonic
photons
screwdriver.
in it?
Yeah, those I
It's the
have.
battery, I don't know.
But I didn't bring them.
Is
It's
this
kind
thing
of
red?
boring.
Yeah, it is if you hold it up for all the
Screwdriver
pulse, you can see
TV
it.
remote.
Yeah, it's a little bright in here to
I
see
see.
it.
What do you think?
Hey, don't point at anybody else, you intend to use it.
Yeah.
You don't wanna shrink
It's
it.
loaded, so be careful.
All right, so next one, while that's going around, I have 3 total. Next one, this one's from many, many episodes. One of the Doctor's companions wore this. John-
Which doctor?
Fourth and fifth, and John loves this guy, Adric Starr.
Oh, I hate Edric. I thought he wore a bigger star, the damn thing was like half the size of his chest.
It could have been a little bit.
You always
but-
need a shave.
Oh, this also, by the way, if you remember in
For
Legopolis, he was able
mathematical
to,
for
mathematical excellence. He was able to open TARDISes with this for some
He
reason.
was able
he
to
was
pick
the
the
one with-
lock,
pick
with
the lock,
pick the lock
remember?
with the pin.
He was the one that was matched with Leela, right? Of the 17, was that the one?
And
she got?
also
The 17.
saved the Doctor in the
Yeah, that-
end of Earthshock.
Yeah, I didn't like him.
Grounded into the test unit of the Cyber Leader.
Exactly.
Yeah, with Leela and then,
I didn't like him and I didn't like Leela.
Leela left and then Nissa
And
came
Romana.
on.
I like Nessa.
Yeah,
Nessa was good.
yeah.
But Lilo was okay.
Well, but you got old after a while. Of course, she wasn't one of my favorite episodes, Talon of Wang Chang.
I got one of those.
I love
that's
that
red. I've
episode.
got it in
Oh,
Moscow.
yeah, the,
And the Pyramid of Mars right after it.
Yeah.
Those were two.
Tales of Wing
Invalid,
Chang.
invalid, I see something that I don't like about your
Baker.
Adric pin. It doesn't have the classic type pin, it has the,
I know.
I still think the star was a
I
lot
did
bigger.
that.
Because I remember the thing was half his
It wasn't
chest.
that much bigger, remember he was little. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
little.
There you go.
Looked bigger on
Oh, yeah.
TV.
Yeah, and the last one.
yeah, so I doubt you could pick a lock with
Switches here. Yeah,
that.
use a fingernail to slide it.
Whereas his was a typical, clasp type
I
pin.
just saw that.
So we will be having Doctor Who sessions every month, I think.
And then there's one more left, and this was shown in 2 episodes as well. The first time it appeared was the Green Death.
Was it Bessie? The car?
No,
Yeah, I know
It's
being a
the
doctor
doctor.
now.
Metabulus 3.
What's that?
It's a blue crystal Metabulus 3. The
Oh, yeah,
doctor-
yeah.
Stole it.
He took it before the
So-
planet was destroyed, so
So-
that's the last one in existence in our current time.
Yes,
Because
Which
you go
doctor?
back in time to do that.
third doctor.
It was Pertwee.
And
Berkeley,
he,
yeah.
And eventually becomes a wedding gift for,
To Joe.
yeah.
yeah. Wedding gift to Joe, and Joe had to mail it back because the Amazon tribe said it was bad luck. So they mailed it back, and what a Planet of the Spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because Cliff was trying to find a substitute for meat with his fungus and his mushrooms.
Yes. He just recently passed away, that actor.
Oh,
Yeah.
We got this poor copy of the Key to Time.
Pass it around, whoever.
I actually think that looks great.
Yeah, it's supposed to be clear, but I only had green at the time. And then Dave told me it's supposed to be bigger, so once they finish it, because there's supposed to be a hole in it to put the, whatever the.
the final piece of the key.
But when are you gonna
This
get
makes
the
me wonder
Agador
why-
plushie?
So that's sort
I
of.
would love that.
So did you figure it out? Is this,
I feel like we're close.
So those are the 3 I brought. Next month, I think I have 3 left, so I'll bring those next
Yeah.
month.
I'll see if I can find my
I
TARDIS.
don't think you
We
got
did
it.
show it on the,
Throw me out of this.
one,
We're doing this shit. we're not crazy.
Careful, you might hypnotize the audience.
Star Trek, yes, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Show 'em.
I gotta realize phases.
yeah, I'll see if I can bring my plushy TARDIS. You squeeze it just right and it makes the,
The guy in Planet of the
You guys aren't in
Spiders.
my area, but in Crystal Lake, we have a pub, like a bar and grill called,
Remember
I
that?
can't think of the name, of it, but they have a full-size TARDIS on
I've
the
seen it
corner.
recently.
Yeah.
That's in the regular rotation of the
Yeah.
Pluto.tv.
it's one meeting we had, I had it on a string and I had it
Well, I
doing
mean, they have a
the,
limited number of episodes, so they rotate quite frequently.
the relative dimension stabilizer sound, that grinding sound.
Oh, yeah.
And I was spinning it on the string in front of the camera. It's like, okay, here's Doctor Who this time.
I 3D printed one of my
Maybe
friends a
get the
little
later
one,
version,
and I
too.
move it at his house every
I
time.
actually did, but.
Well, if anybody out there has any suggestions or ideas of stuff that you may want Vic to review or hardware
Too
that
bad.
Yeah.
demonstrate or anything
Well,
else.
there's
just let us
actually
know.
a episode
The
of
Masters thing was not
Tunnels of
long.
Doom called The
And
Doctor.
we're talking about that.
Yeah, I might know a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Well, no, there was gonna be.
That one was, I think, one of the hard-coded ones. I think the first one was the one with the
There's also-
volcano
there's also the
fortress.
Stacy
Mhm.
looking
And it
one,
was
too,
done by
that
hand.
had in Deadly
You know,
Assassin.
because before I made the editor, I was just sitting there with graph paper and I was just using a sector editor, and I was actually just replacing the
Oh.
code one at a time. It took, I can't even tell you how long it took.
Doing it the hard way.
Yeah, I mean, and then finally I said, you know what, if I develop some tools it would make it easier. And so little by little, I kept making more and more tools, and then eventually I had so many different tools, I got the idea that, you know, I could throw this together and make this into like an editor.
Yeah.
And,
The Tunnels of Doom editor is easy to work with. However, Chris Schneider says the adventure editor, you have to learn APL, Adventure Programming Language. And it's very cumbersome and difficult. And the adventure editor manual is about a half-inch thick. And I think Lynn Gardner did a quarter-inch thick addendum to it to say, oh, this manual is so cumbersome, here's something to explain it that's a lot easier to understand. But I can bring that in.
yeah, there's
next
actually
time.
two parts to the Tunnels of Doom editor. And people are like, well, why is it all separate? And what it is basically is like, be simple, it's an extended basic program. I ran out of room.
Yeah,
And there wasn't any more room to edit. And obviously, if I was to redo it today, it would be, I could probably squeeze it into one, you know, by going through. But at the time, I was going to college and I just got
Yeah.
in the police department and I didn't have time to do it. So,
You had enough time to squeeze your tool?
to get 2 kids, yeah. But anyhow, somebody had re-engineered it, I don't remember the name, but it's excellent.
He
They-
prefers to delegate that
They,
task.
they came up with like an up-to-date version. I don't know if it runs on the TI or if it runs on,
No, it's
you know, the IBM, but.
If
there
we
was
can
a-
stop,
there was a-
stop with puzzle time for a moment, I think,
Okay.
I think that's the next object that wants to be demonstrated, displayed.
Oh, the
Well, that's the key to time. Well, it's supposed to be a square, but I broke it up to
Cube.
piss everybody off.
To make it puzzling to the people who don't know.
now put it together.
Yeah, go ahead. Ready? We're timing you. You got 2 minutes.
And of course, you know, I dislike it because it's not real size, it's not clear acrylic plastic.
I know.
And it doesn't, and it doesn't have this spot in it for the actual.
Yeah, you won't have a
It's getting
BBC
there.
rep
Right.
knocking on our door here saying that's a licensed
I don't
product
really-
there.
The guy who did the design, it says it's a work in progress.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So when he's finished, I'm gonna do a clear one, the right size.
And I'll bring my tracer to put in
How long
the
does it
middle.
take to create something like that?
It depends on the machine that you have, but the one I have is an Aligo Saturn 3 Ultra, and it has a 6-inch by 4-inch bed, which means that you can print multiple things at the same time as long as it fits on the bed. And so that one there, I think I had to split it in 2, like 3 pieces, one together, and then I had to reprint the other 3 pieces. And so the time it took was probably a half hour for each set, so an hour.
Hmm.
Oh, that's quick.
So, yeah, well, they're a lot quicker than they used to be. I mean, and, you know, the industrial ones are amazing. It's, you know, the car manufacturers have ones that are like $100,000, and they're at the point now where, you know, they spend so much money stockpiling, you know, tens of
Warehousing.
thousands of parts in the past.
Manufacturing and warehousing.
Right,
large
warehousing, that
amounts.
now they're moving it towards, you know, the sophisticated
On
ones where you can
demand.
just, yeah, I need this part, oh, no problem, they print it up. You know, and then they dip, if it's chrome, they'll dip it in chrome and polish it or whatever the heck it is, but,
Yeah.
They can print houses now, I've seen,
I've seen
Yeah,
those,
concrete printers, yeah.
Oh, they were just showing that on this old house, printing houses.
Yeah, that's amazing.
but, you know, but the resin printers do have a very, it's a lot better than it used to be, but you have to vent them out because the smell is
They're
pretty,
so toxic,
very
yeah.
toxic.
Yes.
Kids, don't do this at home.
I also have the traditional 3D printer,
Don't,
which
do
is
not
like the,
huff your,
like the threaded one. But,
3D
yeah, PLA,
printer.
but PLA is weak.
Mm-hmm.
I think it breaks down in the sun eventually, but, it's very slow.
If I tried to print that solid like that on my PLA printer, I'm thinking 4 or 5 hours
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah. You should look into a resin if you can put it near a window, because it does come with a lid, and it comes with a hole, which uses the standard, like dryer ducting.
Mm-hmm.
So you put it out to the window, and then, you know, even now in the cold, you know, because the flaps close, I just permanently have it connected, and there's no odor at all. So, but if you like the PLA, you fall in love with this.
Yeah,
tired of
that's
holding
a
this.
lot better quality.
Next month.
And you have the option
The
too, like
tripod.
these are solid, but you have the option of hollowing them out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you don't want them heavy or you don't want them to use so much resin. I'm gonna make this solid, make it nice and heavy, but you're getting there.
Oh, it's already on?
Yeah, we've been warning your battery out.
Are you sure the battery isn't dead?
It might be now.
Oh,
There's
it's
one on, you can
illuminated.
see it.
Yeah.
Don't point it at someone unless you're gonna use it. Haven't you learned anything?
Don't make me shrink you.
Actually, I wouldn't mind a little shrinkage. Could you take a little bit off the top, please?
Just
And
don't
the
point-
sides?
Just don't point it too low.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Okay, so what do we got here? What time we're in bonus hour, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
3:21.
Do we have time to talk about Shady Tail and Simple Tail?
Sure.
The VCFMW has a Shady Tail phone system, and if you could tie your TI somehow into the Shady Tail phone system, each person has an extension. You can have up to 4 extensions at your table. And they're running the wires overhead. It's really cool how they're doing it. And you can call other extensions through your modem, or you could just bring a Mickey Mouse phone, you know, or a Garfield phone or something, or what are those candlestick phones?
Well, if it's too old of a candlestick phone, you might need some additional wiring.
I have a newer replica one of Candlestick.
I have an original one.
Now, is this more of a just look what we can do with the TI type of thing
Well,
versus?
no, the idea being that this event has a telephone enthusiast group that has been running network and telephone operations for the last number of years, and the idea being that if we want to have an exhibit, we could actually tie it. I tried to do that last year with minimal success. I just wasn't really prepared.
Well, that wasn't what you were doing at that computer?
Well, when
event,
I was
it?
trying to like rewire my phone
Yeah.
last time, that was part of it. That
Because
was-
you didn't, I didn't know what you're doing. I thought you just lost your mind.
Well, no, I lost the ability for my phone to work correctly on their network.
He was very into it. He was very,
Well, my problem is I made a modification to accommodate my analog telephone adapter, which is based on a bad reference design, which rendered it not fully operational on the VCF Midwest telephone network. So I was trying to correct it, but it had been years since I made that modification.
so have you fixed it now so that you can show
No,
it to
because
us?
I probably won't bother. I mean, it'll work on an ATA. That's all I really need it to work on.
John, is this something you're working on, or you're just letting us know what others are working on?
I'm working on a simple phone system made up of 2 9-volt batteries hooked in series between 2 RJ11 jacks, and I can tie 2 modems together.
Is that something that you could, that's portable, or? is
Yeah,
that-
I brought mine last year to the fest with
Yeah,
my
he was
T.
running your
Oh,
your
okay.
Silent 700.
Yeah, I was running my
right?
Silent 700, which has a 300-watt modem, through my simple 2-battery phone system to a modem, and then into a Raspberry Pi.
Right, it's largely just providing loop current. for
Now, the next
devices
question
that
is,
require it.
you have to top yourself for the upcoming fair. So you're gonna be able to top yourself?
Well, I was gonna maybe bring 4 of my simple phone systems. One I would use myself, and the other 3 I would make available for other people that wanted to interconnect their modems, if they have a modem. Or if
Okay.
they have a serial port, they can just tie 2 serial ports together to have a null modem. And,
Is that something you have, Vic?
No.
Or- No, okay.
I got
He's
plenty
trying
of
to
old
simplify,
modems.
so you probably had 5 of them
Yeah.
just the other year.
Hallelujah.
Hey, we got it. Look at that. Anybody want me to break it apart again?
But
Oh. That's what these rubber bands are for.
Yeah.
3 rubber bands are gonna,
who can identify which piece was in
I
how
only
you
had 1 cup of coffee.
Yeah, what episode? That'll be our super
Do
trivia
not
competition.
expand
I'm sorry,
Halifax
I
in
didn't
closed
watch the
location.
last part of it.
Which as you know, I don't like Ramona, the second one, so when she turned into the crystal, I was like,
I used to
"Good,
go
someone else in
things,
the
I
next
used
episode, she
to buy
pops
in
up
those
again."
crystals.
there's a Cocoa Fest coming up, and my plan is to take my Tandy color computer and run a terminal program on it.
TI people don't call it
The big
Cocoa.
one, so.
Oh, no.
Is that the trash
Very
80?
expensive.
Yes.
Okay.
Take my Trash 80, running the terminal program,
I'm just kidding.
connected to my Raspberry Pi, running Python
Really
code.
trash 68.
Trash 68. Cause I remember that was trash 80.
Or not context.
Running either
level,
Linux code or
Windows
Python
version,
code,
or-
using my Trash 80 as a terminal to the Raspberry
You have to
Pi,
take it apart.
and showing,
That was fun.
it's, I
You
don't know.
know, you're really talking yourself into a 20-minute demonstration if you keep this up.
Well,
How are you in public speaking?
I don't,
Yeah.
I'm
You're doing it
good.
right now.
You've got several months to
Yeah,
hone in
yeah.
on it, yeah.
Well, I
See, that's
just,
the problem, when you talk like this in front of everybody, it's considered a volunteer.
Right.
right,
Open
well,
invite to-
as part of my ShadyTel system, I could provide like a Linux shell to anybody who calls into my thing on the ShadyTel system could then have access to Linux.
Well, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I don't mean to speak for everybody else here either, but I think it's really interesting. It would be a really nice demonstration at the fair if you feel up to it. You know, especially if you can hook it up to a TI somehow.
Well, I was just gonna bring my simple 2-battery phone system, bring like 4 of them.
You can do that
And
too.
allow, you could have up to 8, well, you could have up to 4 simultaneous calls going on in the room.
So we can all sit in the room and talk to each other.
Yeah,
You could have a four-way.
yeah, it's not as sophisticated as the
Behave yourself,
ShadyTel.
Sid.
Yes, of course.
It's usually hell, we tell them.
It's not as sophisticated as the ShadyTel system where you dial an extension and you get
Right,
a
where they're-
ring.
well, I mean, they're actually running a Meridian phone system and a couple other, even a mechanical switching system, if you noticed last year when you were there.
Yeah, I did. I saw was that the one right across from
Yeah,
us?
yeah, that was their
That was
operation.
amazing, that was
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
It would be great.
They were running a
for,
number
you know,
of
if you were in high school, you
telephone
could cheat.
systems.
I pick up the phone and, answer.
What are the slots that we have for the fair? Are they 20 minutes or 30 minutes?
Well, it will all depend. Everything's fluid at this point, because there may be some people who will
Right,
take
just-
an hour, and there may be some people who will only have 10 minutes worth.
Right, the
And
idea,
it's
gets heavy
always
after a while.
fluid, it's always dynamic, and we never know
Well, if
something's gonna work. or
If you would agree,
Tripod.
if you would agree to do a demonstration at the fair,
No, I
just
got
let us
3 of
know
them at home.
approximately how much time you would need so that Hal could slot you. And I
Well,
think it would be amazing.
these 2 guys had tables next to each other and they could just take my little fake phone system and tie 2 modems together.
Let me
and-
ask a question. Vic,
I'm happy to use my
are you able to
system
tie
when I
that
see
camera in as like a roving thing at the fair? Like if, say,
I'll certainly loan you a mo.
No, it's wired in.
We plan it out.
I mean, but
this
would you
year.
have a long enough wire to like go to
But
like the
my
tables
issue
or?
is that.
Well, I don't see why not, because this thing goes to a
Every other year,
RCA
someone else wants
connector.
to-
Oh, at that.
If you wanted, because that would be amazing, because what he's talking about is that he's got a booth set up, and David and Kyle are next to him. You know, instead of bringing all that crap up to the front, if you can bring the camera
Yeah.
over, then,
Yeah,
well, you have to
I
put
could
Jim
put a
and John
battery on
too,
the
right?
back of
Well,
this.
now remember, John has certain equipment.
I don't want to give him conniption,
that-
no.
that
Right, the idea
require-
being
now, wait a
is
minute, that
there's-
require certain connections.
Okay,
And so I think what we need to do, we need to get John involved to see what needs be connected to what well in advance, so that we don't go through the usual song and dance at the fair where.
Right, we don't need to
The first hour
overcomplicate.
is spent
No.
cursing and.
Well, I'm sure that will happen nonetheless.
That'll happen,
but-
yeah, but.
but the last one, you were like about a half hour late because,
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
it-
you
Right, the
two,
Wi-
right?
Half an hour,
Wi-Fi,
half
well,
an
no,
hour.
Wi-Fi was being peculiar.
half an hour is nothing. There's been times we've been 2 hours late. We've had glitches every single time. no
The
matter
other
what
thing
we
to
do.
do, if that's not practical, is that in the beginning, right after setup, before everybody gets there.
Right, well,
you
do we
could-
have any,
could-
okay,
could
before
film
we
it
start
and then-
brainstorming stuff on stream, do we have any more
Oh, I'm sorry.
presentation stuff that we wanna,
Anybody
Take
want
care of.
anything to speak up? Jim, you got anything?
not offhand, I just wanna make sure that we've, at least hit all our items on the agenda.
Yeah.
Maybe we
No.
should get out of here in a reasonable time frame today, since we are essentially.
Because I don't think we need to
bootlegging
do, brainstorming and event planning.
I'm
this
done.
time. Not online, no.
Yeah.
Anybody have anything? Otherwise, put our national anthem up or whatever?
Well, 2 other small items.
Okay.
With MS Express, each package came with advertising. Hal read the Galactic Emperors already came. Here's the advertising that came for the sliding block puzzles along with an order form. And then there was a big order sheet here. MS Express had their own adventure games, sorry. So this is the Adventure Hints package. Hell, if I could read that.
If I must. Could you use a little extra help in solving Oliver's Twist, Rattlesnake Bend, or Zoom Flume? Then let MS Express software introduce you to our Adventure Module Hint concept in our Adventure Hints, Series 1. Our Adventure Module Hint concept was specifically designed to be very user-friendly, thank God, using the same programming format and storage medium as any regular Adventure Module game. Thus, our hint programs load exactly like any of the regular Adventure Module games and operate in very much the same manner as these games, using two-word, verb, noun, commands, and asking for specific help. There's no need to learn any type of special deciphering code, hold a piece of paper up to a mirror, or carry around a special booklet and highlighting pen. In fact, our hints are so portable that you may even wish to copy our hint files directly onto your original adventure disc for immediate help whenever you need it. What's more, not only do we provide a built-in map in all of our hint programs, but we also include a map to each of these games on paper, just in case it helps to see everything mapped out. So, what are you waiting for? Help is just a mailbox away. Order your copy of Adventure Hints Series 1 today. Adventure Hints. Series 1 requires a TI-99 for a console, a monitor, TV screen, a disk drive. Somebody's at the door.
Yes.
System minimum configuration of a single-sided drive, and the Adventure module. And if Mickey is still out there doing this, you could write to her at P.O. Box 498 in Richmond, Ohio, 43944.
And here's the order blank that came with every one of these packages I've just shown. The Adventure Hints, Galactic Emperor, Sliding Black Puzzles, Series
Take a screenshot, you can print it out.
and Sliding Black Solutions 01.
And Mickey was also the newsletter editor of their newsletter and did a fantastic job. Eventually, her husband got PO'd and said, no more, you're working too hard. We lost a major player in this TI community.
Sure.
I'd like to thank everybody who came here today. We all love this little machine, and we just like having fun with it. And I hope I've been able to demonstrate enough different things, a little bit different from the arcade games that I usually show, and then a text adventure game and a board game here.
I have a quick question. What does the MS and MS Express stand for?
I was gonna say Mickey Sandowski, but she spells it with a C.
So it was her first name and her business partner, who unfortunately I don't remember his actual name, what it was.
It's not Microsoft, so that's.
Well, that was the follow-up. Did they ever get approached to stop using it by you-know-who?
Who knows? Probably
A little too small for
Actually,
them.
we have the newsletter.
anyone
That
can write a
if I
cease and
can find
desist
them.
letter and mail it.
I keep finding piles and piles
I
of.
forgot to bring the old ones.
McDonald's
Yeah.
wanted
Oh, that was-
McDonald's to not use McDonald's. And say, we are the real McDonald's.
Well, a certain somebody sued over a certain
Right,
claim
Coming to
already
America.
won a
Yeah.
lawsuit.
Reminds me, I found,
McDowell's,
yeah,
because I was first.
I found a couple boxes of classic Chicago User Group newsletters. I could just donate those wholesale.
Okay. Thank you.
I didn't know how many you have scanned, if these are part of them.
It's on the webpage if you want to take a look.
Oh, okay, cool. See what's
See what
worthwhile.
you have. Okay, do we do our national anthem?
Yeah, we can do that. We switch over here.
This is hysterical.
You're doing the Punchki anthem too?
We do that too.
Yeah, we have to end with a polka.
Beer barrel polka, ragtime polka.
There is a Sicilian restaurant in Chicago. If if y'all wanna go and
I would
honor.
imagine there's probably a few.
I'm almost
There's more than
afraid
a
to
few,
ask
I
what
mean-
David is doing.
We're gonna make you an
Table
offer you
lot.
can't refuse, or make you a meal. you
I
can't
can make you an
refuse.
offer you can't
You'll never
refuse.
know.
We'll make you a meal
Take a
you can't
peek.
refuse.
I'm feeling a tingling down here and I don't like it.
That's my foot.
Take your.
Oh,
take
sorry.
your-
Oh,
my
yeah,
neighbor,
yeah.
yeah, that is, don't point it in my direction.
You didn't know my legs were that long, did you?
Not cooperating.
Jeez.
Oh, God.
NSFW.
Well, John did bring the massage book.
Okay, we'll demonstrate this next one.
Yeah, sorry about the miscommunication, Vic.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
no big deal.
Take that, girl.
Be nice.